Hi, this is Dr. Carolyn AlRoy. I'm talking about fear in the face of life's uncertainties. And in particular, what do you do when you have that feeling of fear? A fear can come in the form of overwhelm, apprehension. Some people report anxiety, which is a kind of, it's a state of, it's a state, not a feeling. So it's a state of sort of fear where you feel a compulsion to do something. And it kind of pulsates within you. Can be quite addictive. People, once they start being anxious, it can be sometimes hard to get out of the anxiety. So what do you do? What do you do if you have a feeling of fear in response to a challenge? Like you're unemployed, you have to get a job, I don't know what, I can't think of another example, but I'm sure there are plenty of examples of being afraid. Life is life, and it's easy to be afraid. So basically, what do you do? So you identify, first of all, you identify your feelings. Sometimes you have fear that's mixed with anger or resentment. Sometimes you have fear that's mixed with shame. Sometimes you have other feelings that are in the mix, which is always important to identify. And then you want to kind of calm your body down as much as possible. So, as many people say, feelings are not facts. The things that you think when you're afraid and the things that you think when you're anxious are not always exactly true. But the feeling that you have is very real. But you want to calm yourself. You want to sort of allow your ability to think come into play. And some people meditate, some people go to a sauna, some people exercise, do different things to kind of calm themselves down. And once you kind of calm yourself down, you want to focus on shifting your state and having some kind of thoughts about how you are feeling. One way you can do that is if you talk to somebody. So there's a big difference between having thoughts in your head and saying them out loud to somebody else. Your brain processes what you are thinking differently when that happens. So when you're having thoughts that you're semi-aware of or even very, very vividly aware of, but they're in your head, you don't process them as thoroughly in quite the same way as when you are talking to somebody. You hear yourself talk, and you have a slightly different perspective on what is in your head, the thoughts that are in your head. Another thing you can do that's similar is you journal. You can write out your thoughts. Some people do this first thing in the morning. I wake up with fear, and they write 3 pages in the morning with longhand. It's again, you process things differently when you write in longhand versus when you type them into an app. So you could try both. Some people are satisfied with typing something into an app, thoughts into an app. I prefer the longhand. And you just get it kind of out on paper. You get some distance from your thoughts and from the feelings. And that gives you a slightly different perspective. It becomes a little easier to know how you want to move forward. If there's not, the feeling of fear is not blaring in your ears like a loud song. So that is my tip for the day. This is Dr. Carolyn AlRoy. I hope that was helpful.